This was a bad idea. Hello.
Hello.
My name's John. I'm from Limerick.
Upsetting.
Yes. Yes, it is. This is actually my first time ever being up here in the 5 counties, as we call them, because let's face it, nobody likes Fermanagh. You know. I studied film and television production in college, which was great. It was brilliant, it was, because it meant I got to watch TV and call it homework. And there's nobody here who wouldn't want to do that, you know? But it was brilliant, because I discovered that the best time to watch TV was at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, when Sign Language Lad would appear. You know, this guy down the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, he'd sign what was going on. And he'd be on the most random shit, like wrestling. You know, you don't need a guy to sign language wrestling. What's he gonna do? You know? But in case there's anybody out here who can't tell by my t-shirt, which depicts Judge Dredd and the Reservoir Dogs hanging out in a delicious anachronism. I am a giant nerd. Now, we got these things down in Limerick called knackers, right? I've been told up here they're called spikes.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, I mean, they used to give me ferocious abuse when I was a teenager. Because I had really long hair. And I dressed like this all the time. And they used to see me walking by, and I'm sorry, I can't do like a spite accent. I've been practicing. It's just terrible. It ends up Scottish. Sorry. Do it. Do it. Fuck. No. But those guys, they'd be like, here, yo. I'm gonna do the Limerick one. You, over there, what the hell? And I'd ignore them, because I knew I was just in for some abuse. So I just do like, yeah, whatever, you know, ignore. But they'd keep going. And they go, you, with the hair on the face. You with the hair on the face and the clothes. You with the hair on the face and the clothes and the eyes and the teeth and the skin and the teeth and the nails. I'd keep ignoring them, but I'd have to turn around once they got to my internal organs. You with the duodenum! And I'd turn around and go, what do you want? And they're like, here man, why are you such a weirdo? Why don't you dress normal with the Nikes and whatnot? And then I turn around to them and I'd say, well, you know, I'm wearing Converse. Which are owned by Nike. And actually, you know, a lot of my friends, they've stopped wearing Converse because they disagree with Nike's, you know, their moral stance on child labour. And they go to me, what? And I say, well, you know, the Converse shoes, they're made by Nike, and some of my friends, they don't agree with Nike's position on child labour. They use child labour. You know, it's bad. And they go, what? And finally I go, look, Nike bad, child labour bad, Nike using child labour, very bad. And then one of them would go, hang on a minute now, this little prick is using a really simple metaphor to explain to us very difficult and complex international, geopolitical, socio-economic inequalities. Kill him! So you're running from the economist knackers is the only real exercise I ever got. As you can tell from the size of me, I never got very far. I can't read what I wrote on my hand. Women! What else? I have terrible luck with women. Obviously because I'm a giant nerd. You know, my dad, he gave me some advice years ago about how to succeed with women in social settings, bars, nightclubs, etc. And he says to me, you know, John, you're a wonderful bullshit artist. You can talk and talk and talk. You can talk the legs off an amputee. But there will come a point in every conversation, especially a drunken one, especially with a woman, where there will come an awkward pause. Now, during that awkward pause, John, you have to dive in. Tongue first. Like this. If you do that, you'll win. It doesn't matter if you accidentally headbutt her and bust her nose. Women are used to bleeding. That's not even in the top 10 of the worst things my father's ever said, alright? A man's a horror. But I'd always mess that up. I'd always get that wrong, and instead of diving in, I tried to fill the awkward silence with awkward conversation. Such as, so, any news? No? Lots of weather we're having these days. Who's your favourite X-Man? You like Wolverine, don't you? Everybody likes Wolverine. Oh, what's that, you have to go? You have to go home and catch the start of the news? It's 2 o'clock in the morning, the news isn't on. But yeah, oh, jeez, God. You know? Now, I don't want to give the impression that, like, I'm, you know, a 25-year-old virgin. I'm not. Okay? I had a girlfriend, we were together for about 5 years. Everything was great. Mostly. She used to have a problem with my homework. Because, you know, instead of going out with her, I'd stay in and watch TV. But I had to, it was my homework. You know, she'd say to me, John, coming out tonight? And I'd say, I can't, I'm watching TV3. And you guys don't watch TV3, do you?
Yeah. Yes, in the Ards.
Good. And she said to me, why? Is there something good on TV3? And I'd say, no. There's never anything good on TV3. That's why I have to keep watching. It's important in case there is. It'd be like our version of the moon landing. Where were you when there was something good on TV3? Eventually the relationship came to an end when it was Christmas about 2 years ago. We exchanged gifts on Christmas Eve. And she got me something really thoughtful. I forget what it was. And I gave her her present. And she opened it and she was really excited to see what it was. And she's like, oh! And her face dropped. It just dropped like a rock. And she looked up at me and she said, John, for Christmas, you got me a t-shirt. It's 2 sizes too big for me. And I don't like Judge Dredd or the Reservoir Dogs! I wasn't going to throw it away. I mean, come on, this is a really good t-shirt. So, in the split second between her saying that and my response, there was a mini war happening inside me, you know? A mini war happening between the head and the heart. The thing that governs all relationships that any of us have. You've got the head, cold, logical, analytical. It thinks about what you want, what you need. Then you've got your heart, warm, it's got feelings. It puts others before you. And these 2 things were warring. Your heart, it tells you what you really want. Your brain, it tells you what you really need though. So, in the end, I listened to my heart. And I said to her, and you don't like the Reservoir Dogs? What the fuck is wrong with you? You're dumped. It's a really good thing that was my last joke, yeah? You've been mostly lovely. Thank you very much. Have a great night.